guys, V. Rigoni, Max, high performance real estate entrepreneur. Well, we're over here at this building. This is a unit, is a very large apartment, 3-bedroom apartment that we're doing a total redo on it, okay? It's completely being refurbished. We're right from the the drywall, the trim, everything. So we're gonna take a good walk through and we're gonna see where we're at. So this is the dining room area. All right, now, as we talked about before, all of the windows and doors in this unit have been replaced. Interior, exterior, everything, okay? As you can see the new patio doors here on your right. You can see the new patio doors over here. And then as you can see, all the new windows. Now, as we talked before, they put in all the trim underneath the window sills. That's all been finished up. This unit is going to be delivered to the tenants tomorrow. Now, I may not look it, but they're in here and it's all going to be taken care of today. It will be cleaned tonight and delivered tomorrow. As you can see, 95% of the electric is done. I think there's only a couple of minor things where the electrician is coming in today. That's to put in the switch and outlet. That'll be taken care of, okay? And then if you look over here in the living room, you can see this thing is pretty much complete, okay? We even put in the curtain rods and we put in the curtains. We want that so that everything looks the same. We don't want people driving up to this building on the outside and there's shades and different blinds. We want it to be consistent. And we make that part of our lease also. They're just not allowed to put anything in the windows, okay? Now we had these floors all refinished and they're all covered now with paper in order to protect them while we're working. And then you always want to make sure you do that. This is called rosin paper. You can get it at the hardware store. It doesn't cost much. You roll it out. It makes a big difference. As we know, all these windows in this unit and all the doors are new, okay? All installed. We put in this stone windowsill as we talked about before, and then underneath all trimmed out, looks really sharp. In this unit also, we put in additional can lighting, as you can see on the ceiling. Okay, we have all the can lighting in here to modernize this and put in crown molding in order to bring this building and make it look really sharp, because this is a B plus building in an A area, okay? Class A area. Now let's take a walk through into the kitchen. We'll do that while we're here. And as you can see now, this thing is substantially done. We've got the electric done, the light fixtures are in, you got all those in, we put in the can lighting in here. Now we took out an old soffit. A lot of these old buildings have soffits in them because that's just what they did in the beginning, so they just put in shorter cabinets. Because in the old days, they didn't put in 42-inch cabinets. So we take those out, we put in the 42-inch cabinets on the top, and they look really sharp, okay? Now we also bring in the microwave, the stainless steel package of appliances, as you can see here. Now, again, they haven't cleaned this, but this will be cleaned off here today. This is unnecessary, as I talked about last time. This is one of the things that really pissed me off. This cabinet here, all right? This cabinet, when the carpenter originally put it in, he said the plan didn't call, he didn't know what to do with it, so he shifted it all the way to the left. And as you can see, this filter, this filler and that filler, they're both about 3 inches. So he had shifted it all the way and it was really offset to the window. It was really kind of like, what are you doing? So he's taken care of that. He moved it over. He's put in the right fillers. It looks really good. Another crazy situation here was we had this tile coming in here and we had the trim. Well, the cabinets were put in and they got shifted all the way to the right here. And so this drawer, okay, it was banging against this piece of trim. So one of the solutions that came in here was they had the trim cut here on this side, okay? And then they wanted the tile all the way to here and all the way down. But if you look on the right side, you've got the trim going all the way down and the tile doesn't go all the way to the end of the wall. It butts into the trim. So it looked really stupid. So we stand here for a while, we looked at it and I said to them, hey, what about if we just trim back the door, okay, the drawer? So we trim back the drawer, it still covers the reveal of the cabinet, and now we were able to put in the trim all the way down, do the tile the way it's supposed to be, and it doesn't look stupid, okay? Sometimes you just gotta think out of the box a little bit. Remember what I talked about, okay? There's this concept of perfection, all right, that's great, but we live in the world of good. and we want high quality, but we want good. And I don't think that we've given up much in the way of quality by trimming this front of this drawer over. Because the other solution was if we put the trim in and we did this, then we'd have to seal the drawer. So I didn't like the idea of sealing the drawer closed. I didn't like the idea of half trim. And so then we came up with the solution of just trimming back the front of the drawer. All right, sometimes you gotta think on your feet on these things, and you gotta think out of the box. Now I get it, the carpenter didn't pick up on that, but you know what? Nobody can think of everything. That's why you ask other people. Sometimes it's good to get a second opinion on something. This is an amazing kitchen. Cabinets look great. Microwaves in. Another problem we had here that we're dealing with now, if you step over here, we can take a look. This gas pipe is coming up under the floor. So then when they push this back, now it's 4 inches, 3 inches from the wall, and it doesn't fit tight. So we have the plumbers here today, and they're gonna move that pipe, put it into the wall so that this stove can go all the way back to the wall the way it's supposed to be. So this whole entry is done. You can see how nice it looks. Now we put on these Lockley locks. These are the electronic locks. This way they have a code. Yes, it's more expensive, but again, the tenants are paying really good rent here, and so we want to make sure that we give them all the conveniences. All right, and so as we walk through here, let's take a look in this bathroom here. All right, now this tub, last time we saw it was, I think it was blue. Okay, now as you can see, it's been reglazed, looks really good. The valve area in here has been, this marble tile has been replaced. The valve's been finished off, okay? And as you can see in here, we have the kitchen's, the vanity sink. We got the vanity mirror, okay? Medicine cabinet. It's all done, ready to go, okay? So that's what we were looking to do last week. Got it all done here. This is all pretty much finished, just needs to get clean. All right, so this bedroom here, this is the smallest of the 3 bedrooms. Again, here you can see the new hardwood, the new finish on the old hardwood floors. Looks pretty good. You can see how this looks over here on the ceiling. You got the crown molding in, you got the ceiling fan in now, all trimmed out. Got the doors. Everything's looking sharp in here. The second bedroom. Now what we're doing here is you can see through here that there's some holes in the wall. That's because we had to cut out the masonry on the other side, and we are putting in this air conditioner here is going in into the wall, and it's going to be installed here to make sure that there's enough air conditioning in this part of the building. And we're putting one in the master bedroom also. So remember, last time I came in here, I was pissed about a lot of stuff. Today, we're finishing it up, and we're gonna be delivering, and so they fixed a lot of the things that I was aggravated about. Now, that's just the way it goes. If people don't get the idea that sometimes they're screwing up and they gotta change it, well then you're not conveying it. So part of this, you don't have to be, a big alpha male, but you do have to know what you need done, and you need to be able to convey it in a way in which there's no bullshit. All right, so in here, this is the master bedroom. So we got the light on in here now. You can see this is all trimmed out now. We've got the new ceiling fan in with the light. Okay, this is going to also have a new air conditioner put in here. And as you can see, they busted through the outside. Today we're cutting that open, sticking in the air conditioner, plugging it underneath. Okay, now let's go in here. Now this is something that has got to get taken care of that was not done. All right, if you step in here, you can see they had done the marble up to here. Then I'm sitting here and look at, they came back in and they used a different color marble tile. It looks like a stripe. It looks stupid, okay? Even the owner of the company could not believe that his people came in and did this. So this is going to be changed out, all right? It's gonna be done today. It's just a little bit of work, and then it's gonna be done the right way. So even when they come back and do stuff, you've gotta check it, okay? I didn't check this 4 days ago when they did it. This was my surprise yesterday, making a phone call saying, this bullshit's gotta come to an end, and we've gotta fix this the right way. And if you come back in here now, you'll see this, you got the vanity in, okay? You've got the tub, all been reglazed. I believe this was a pink. Again, all looks really nice. There's a little bit more work in here that has to be done. As you can see that the caulk up there has to be put in, And then there is some grouting they missed here and there, and that happens, okay? So they'll come back, they'll hit this because they didn't get the grout didn't get in there. But this is gonna be substantially done to, be delivered tomorrow. Okay, so we're downstairs in the basement here. Yesterday when they put in the plumbing, the drain was blocked, okay? And so then they did a little more, research on it. They find out that it's blocked all the way down into the floor. And so today they have to jackhammer up the floor and find the piece that's been blocked. And they think it's either cement or they think it's grout. My feeling is it's probably a combination of the two from the tile guy, but who knows? We're going to find out when they start to unblock it. But look at this. So we had they're jackhammering that out, and then they're going to have to determine what was in there. Now, we're hoping it's right at the elbow. If it's not at the elbow, they have to keep jackhammering until they find the absolute block. All right, so in there, you can see that's real gravel. If you can catch the angle, you can see that that's real cement. You can actually see the small pieces of gravel that were put down the drain in order to dry hard and cause us to have to spend this money to dig it up, okay? And I have a pretty good idea who did it, but that's just the way it goes, and stupid on them, okay? We'll get this fixed, it'll get taken care of, and we'll be on our way. Hey guys, so we're outside here, this building here, and we're gonna take a look at how we were taking care of the air conditioning problem. We had quotes of up to $16,000, okay, to put in some split units. They call them split ductless units to go into the bedrooms, because when they built these buildings back in the 60s, they didn't have central air, okay? I don't even know if they had the individual units. I can't remember that far back, okay? I don't know about you, but I can't. What we did is we just went and did what they already had done, and that is we're putting some individual units into the wall, into the bedrooms. That way the people have the air conditioning, and we didn't have to spend $16,000, okay, for the split ductless units. Now, split ductless is really nice, but how are you going to recapture that in this unit? Okay, almost impossible. Instead, we got a quote for the guy to come out, and he redid all of this here. So he just re-tuck pointed. He agreed to re-tuck point all of this, okay, on both sides, both entrances. He's going to. Remember we had that situation where no one caulked these windows? He's going to re-caulk all the windows and doors and air conditioners in the unit, okay, in the building. And then he cut the holes, the mason cut the holes through the concrete, through the brick, and then the concrete block, and he re-cemented it. He put in the iron bar in here to hold so that this doesn't cave down. All right, so he did that on both sides. Did that here on this side, and he did on the other. So this is really literally just drywall that they're going to cut out from the other side. They're going to install the air conditioner, and then they're going to insulate around it, and that'll be done. So we're going to do all of that. All right, tuck point both front and back and fix the stone that was on the front of these walls. He's going to caulk all the windows all the way around, cut the holes for the two air conditioners, doing all that for $5,000, okay? Now, we think that's a pretty good deal. Maybe in your area it isn't, but here, okay, in the Chicago market, definitely is a good price, okay? He's even go ahead and then caulk around all the air conditioners too that are existing. So that's where we're at. Now this building is done, fully rented, okay, and we're moving on with it, all right? So tomorrow, the tenants get the keys. This place will be cleaned tonight, and we're adios out of here, baby. All right, talk to you soon. Let's get at it, right? Remember I say, think big, start small, grow fast.